Narrator calm, mysterious tone. Death. The one mystery that has baffled humanity for centuries. What happens after we die? Is there an afterlife? Or do we simply cease to exist? While science hasn't answered these questions definitively, countless stories of the unexplained persist. In today's video, we dive into chilling true horror stories of life after death, each one more unsettling than the last. Stay with me, and you might start wondering, is death really the end? Narrator slightly eerie tone. Our first story is about a young woman named Sarah. Sarah was a vibrant 24-year-old who tragically passed away in a car accident. But her story didn't end with her death. Just days after the funeral, her best friend Emily started experiencing strange occurrences. At night, she would hear soft whispers calling her name from the corner of her room. Then, one evening, she saw Sarah's silhouette standing in the doorway, looking right at her. Emily froze, terrified. Sarah had always said she would come back to visit, but Emily had never expected this. Was it Sarah's spirit? Or had something darker taken its place? Emily never spoke of Sarah again, but the whispers continued. Narrator. Slightly ominous. Next, we have a story that's chilling because of its simplicity. John had always lived a quiet life, working at a small office. When he passed away unexpectedly at 58, his family was devastated. But it wasn't long before his wife, Karen, began noticing something strange. At night, the phone would ring, and when Karen answered, all she could hear was breathing on the other end. One evening, she decided to call back the unknown number, but when the line picked up, it was John's voice. "I'm not done," he said, before the line went dead. Was John trying to reach out from beyond the grave? Or was it his spirit trapped in some endless loop of unfinished business? Narrator eerie whisper. And then there's the story of Mark, who had a close encounter with something far darker than he ever expected. Mark's father, a devout man, passed away after a long battle with cancer. After the funeral, Mark moved into his father's house, where strange things began to happen. Late one night, as Mark sat reading in the living room, he noticed a dark figure standing at the end of the hallway. It was tall, and its face was obscured by shadows. As he got up to approach, the figure vanished. Mark shook it off as exhaustion. But the next night, the shadow appeared again, this time closer. It whispered something Mark couldn't quite hear, but its coldness struck him to his core. The figure didn't leave for months, always appearing when Mark was alone, always whispering in the dark. Was it the spirit of his father trying to communicate? Or had something evil attached itself to the house? Narrator slow, tense. This next story is one of the most disturbing I've ever heard. Claire's husband, Tom, had been a loving and kind man. But one fateful evening, he passed away unexpectedly. Claire was heartbroken, as anyone would be. Weeks after Tom's funeral, she began receiving strange phone calls. Every call came at exactly the same time each night, 3:15 a.m. The voice on the other end, Tom's. He simply said, "It's not over, Claire. I'm still here." Terrified, Claire called the number back the next time it rang. But the number was untraceable, a number with no history. She never heard from Tom again, but the call stopped. What was this? Was it Tom reaching out from the afterlife? Or was there something more sinister at play? Narrator grave, unsettling tone. Now imagine this. You're in your bathroom, staring into the mirror, brushing your teeth or washing your face, when suddenly, you catch something behind you. It's a reflection, but it's not yours. It's someone else's face, someone who died long ago. This was the reality for Olivia. Her mother had passed away years ago, but one evening, while Olivia was brushing her hair in the bathroom, she saw it. A face, pale and cold, staring back at her from the mirror. Olivia turned around quickly, but the room was empty. She shook it off as a trick of the light. The next night, she saw it again, her mother's face, whispering her name. The strange thing, her mother had always been afraid of mirrors. Was this a warning from the afterlife? Or had her mother's fear passed on to Olivia in the most unsettling way? Narrator soft, reflective. These are just a few stories that challenge everything we know about life after death. Are these encounters the result of spirits trying to reach us? Or is there something darker at work? While we may never have all the answers, one thing is certain: death is not the end. Whether it's unfinished business, unresolved emotions, or even the remnants of a life once lived, the afterlife continues to be a mystery we can't ignore. So the next time you feel a chill, hear an unexplained whisper, or see a shadow in the corner of your eye, ask yourself, what if it's not a ghost, but a soul trying to reach out? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-chilling true horror stories. And tell me, what do you think happens after death? Share your thoughts in the comments below.